Hey guys, Nebris here. Welcome back to another episode of Mindcrack. I'm back here on the Mindcrack server, just chilling in my base. It's been a few days since I've been on. I got sick last week. Was having trouble talking. You know how it is with my voice. But I've been slowly getting better, and now I feel like I am 100% again. Been doing other things over the weekend, but now that it's Monday, I find myself with plenty of time. So I decided it might be a good idea to explore some of the stuff that's been happening on the servers in the week that I've been semi-absent. First things first, let's check on our stall that nobody visits anymore. Except for Adlington, who has extracted some fortune books, I guess. There's obviously some new stuff going on here. Holy cow. I need to check all this out. I don't even... I fell. I don't even remember. This has changed so much. I don't know what's going on. Is Chosen's there? Arts by Kev is there. I guess this is his area. It's just on stilts. This guy's incredible. I hope I'm not spoiling anything, but yeah, it's an awesome build. Really excited by it. Dallas's new stand moved up the street behind you. I don't know. But yeah, there's been quite a bit of movement here. Some stuff has been torn down and rebuilt. The mossy stump, I really love it. There's the entrance to the underground. This is crazy. This whole area has been cleared out. I don't know what for, but we're back to having trees along this path that are making it difficult. Oh, I guess it's not as bad as it used to be, but I mean, there's still trees in the way. I might have to do something about that. And this guy's always been in the way, but I think I'll survive. So what should I do first? I think it's finally time I built this bridge, because right now it's just like a dirt path to my house and Dyer's house. They both start with D, or Dyer, Dark Fan. Oh my God, I'm never gonna live this down. Do we have any other D's? AD's house. that kind of counts, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to get started working on a bridge. I have no idea what it's going to be built out of yet. But once I have an idea, I'll go gather all that stuff and I'll get started. Alrighty, I'm back and I'm here to finally attempt to build a bridge. It's been a while since I've built a bridge. I've got a lot of blocks here. I'm thinking I want to make this primarily out of tuft. Which I have in my inventory, and any wood accents is going to be spruce, but I want to try to throw in some like mossy cobble and stuff, and maybe make some stuff out of anvils. I just brought these two things, lighting options, along because who knows what I'm going to end up using. But I'm gonna break the rules a bit, and I think I want to make like the underwater pylon portion. So first of all, this is going to be a single span, pretty much at this height. I might make it curl up a bit, but for the most part, it's going to be a single span at this height. And I don't know if it's going to be even or odd. It's probably going to be odd. And you know what? Let's do the smart thing and make it odd just with this grass, just so I don't screw up for whatever reason. Okay, so I think the first order of business is going to be to make a little pylon thingy this down. I think we'll stop here. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. And then... Okay. So normally you'd want to make something that's more underwater darker than the part that's above water. But I don't know if that's what I really want. So let me just fill this in. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Actually, it might be worth counting out the blocks here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to make this stick out more, I can always curl it in more. Or maybe I should make this less circular here. Because I would have to put the one here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that does make sense. It does make sense. Sorry, I'm thinking everything in my head, and hopefully you followed some of that. But my brain is a silly place. Don't go there. It's dangerous. Basically, another semicircle underwater of andesite. It's not all going to be andesite. Like, it's not all going to be polished andesite. I just want to get something placed. And I might fill this in later, but these should be the supports on which we build everything. And of course there's going to be this layer, which we don't have to go as far down for. Okay, we have ourselves a solid foundation. I think the first order of business is going to convert those, is for us to convert those into stairs. So let's immediately go here. And, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 each. So 22 of these should be stairs. And who knows if that actually is going to be the right answer. Okay, so we start here, then here, then here, then here, then here. Is that how I did it over here? No, it is not. Okay, that's where I screwed up. So here, here, here. Whoop, failed that jump. And that was indeed 11 blocks. Hi, Squidward. Boom. This is super exciting content, but this is it, guys. This is Snipper's building for you. Poorly. All right. That is our foundation, I suppose. Do I want to make it... Do I want to push that down a bit? Like underwater? Maybe I do. Let's see what that looks like. So we're going to go further down. Pretty much the same build we had before. But like this. I don't know if I can do that here. Okay. So it looks a bit narrower here. That way I can actually play with the shapes a bit better, which is probably a good idea. Okay, this needs to go. Just gonna go ahead and fill all this in. Alright, boom. This is super fun. Alright. These blocks probably won't even be visible in the end, but oh well. So we're going to switch over to Tuft now, I believe. So we'll deposit some of this andesite. That might actually be enough. And we're just going to go right into the Tuft. I think we want brick to start. And it was 22 if I want to repeat it, but do I want to repeat it? Do I maybe... Let's start with the Tuft brick wall. Let's see what this looks like. That could look cool. Alright. And at some point I'm going to need to think about how I want to do this arch. So let's convert some of these into stairs and some of them into tile thingies. While we're here, let's stock up on more of the actual bricks themselves. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and carve the center of this thing out. So the Bridge of Justice POI sign has been officially defeated in battle by the Shovel of Justice. All right, that's gone. I think we'll start... Let's just start with the solid base here. And I immediately want it back. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, so immediately it looks to me the problem will be you can't really sail under this. Let's grab one of these boats and see what it's like, because that is one of the key key factors is whether or not you can safely sail under this. All right, you can safely sail under the center. Let's see how the sides work. Okay, that slaps you in the face. So I don't think we want that. I mean, I think we'll have to survive like that for the time being. Or do we? Do we have to? Okay. We can always make this go up more. So, one block higher. Uh-oh, we got a gurgler. Gurgler. And he's dead. Alright, so So this thing's actually going to reach up pretty high, I think, in the end. And then another one, and then boom. I forget where the center was. That's not good. I can never hit these things. You know, it would, oh, I am completely out of arrows. That's not a good thing. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back, and I've got a bit of work done. I got a little bit interrupted by Arcus, Fedrin, and Cone for some shenanigans that I didn't end up recording. It really wasn't anything crazy, but yeah, I should probably turn off my mic as well. There we go. So I've got the gist of the design down. I got kind of what I wanted. It's a bit easy to get hung up on here if you don't make the if you don't go directly under it. But for the most part, I like what I see. I'm beginning to think tuft on the underside might not be correct, and I might switch to stone brick. But I do like the tuft outline. Or maybe I don't. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need something darker, because right now all the colors are probably inverted from what they should be. And I've got these little green frog lights peeking out from the little side areas just to give some lighting underneath. Yeah, just in terms of color theory, I think I have everything backwards of what it ought to be in terms of shade, at least, which probably has nothing to do with color theory. It's more like shade theory. I don't know. But I do like the way that the anvils look here. And once I have something like on the ground here. Oh, I missed.
Heard that.
Oh, so close. Ah, I fell. I really do need to plug up that hole. But yeah, so I just need to add one more layer here for whatever the ground's going to be. I think I'm just going to make it whatever the path ends up being here. But until I know where that is, when that is, or what that is, can't really make it as of yet. So yeah, I'm going to try changing up some stuff to be a lighter brick color, and I think the contrast will really help it pop. So I'll be right back once a lot of that is done. Alrighty, I'm back, and the color is popping. Also, this raft has been, like, it's been claiming so many squid lives, no matter where I put it. It's just they all die. But yeah, I feel like this is so much better now that there's some color contrast to it. Which means I might be able to go down with the, instead of andesite, we're going to get rid of all that and replace it with the tuft that we didn't use. And I think that might make it look a lot better, actually. And I don't think that this is working out the way I had hoped, because it keeps that little top, it's got this little top area here that you can kind of see into, and I don't know if I like that. So I might be replacing that with something else. We'll see. Or maybe I can put it down here some. But for the most part, I like the way this is turning out. I'm going to need a lot of anvils, but we've got iron farms. It shouldn't be too difficult a thing to fix. Not that it's broken, but shouldn't be too difficult a thing to create. So let's get tuft. Those are 7 spans. 7 times 4 is usually 28 plus 6, 34. Let's see if I can math. I was recording too, so if I can math while recording, that just means I'm really, really smart. I am not smart. Where did I go wrong? Oh, those weren't 7s, those were 6s. Okay, that would explain why I was off by 4. Because there were 4 things that I miscounted by 1. Okay. Do I like it? Do I like it like that? Do I want to make myself even more wrong? One, two, three. Okay, I'm gonna need some dirt so I can hop up here. Okay. Alright. So with these... Why did that sound like dirt when I placed it? So with these in place... Let's actually just some temporary blocks. So this is what it'll look like when you're walking over it. I actually don't like that. So... Because if you can't see over it, it doesn't look good. So I think I might just go with the anvils themselves. And then we'll cap these guys off. Cone's going underneath me again, yeah. So we'll just cap them off like this. And we'll just rely on the anvils themselves to form a solid barrier, which I think is okay. As far as lighting goes, I still need to figure that out. I might do what they do over there with the carpet moss lighting or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. I just want to plug that hole before I die. All right, I need to get 6 times 4, which is usually 24 anvils, and I already have 2 of them. So, oh god, 2 from a stack plus. I think there was 11 left over. No, that doesn't sound right. You know what? I'll just get 11 stacks. I probably only need 10, but I'll survive with 11. And it's not like we're hurting for iron or anything. I can always just go hit up one of the iron farms or create one of my own, which I don't think I've ever done. 1, 2. All right, let's see if I can math right. Before my error was one of counting, but this time it might be one of math, which is unacceptable. Okay, since I already have most of these in block form, and actually I need 22, right? Boom. Boom. All right, let's see if this works out. Honestly, it looks all right. You can see through them. It's totally a waste of resources, but who cares? If somebody breaks any of those blocks, it's even worse. Maybe there's one thing I can try. What if we go crazy and add some texture here? Does that do anything for us? I think it does. I think it does. We're going crazy. Are there any animes about building bridges? Because it's just occurring to me that I'm going to have to put a title on this episode. And right now, this episode is entirely about building bridges. And I don't think there's a bridge building anime. You guys already know what I chose because you've seen the title of this video, but I have not. I don't live in that world yet. It's scary to not know what I'm going to title this. Let's see. I'm trying to think of bridges, but nothing's coming to mind. There was one anime that, oh my god, it's going to be a total stretch, but it's about a guy who, like, I don't know, gets summoned to another world and then, like, has to, like, rebuild the kingdom or something like that. Which, now that you've probably all seen the title, which that's probably what it's going to have to be, unless I can come up with something better. I don't know. It was not good. I will say that much. It wasn't horrible, like most of them are, but in terms of, it wasn't even close to the good ones, is what I'm trying to say. All right, I think that is enough. I think this bridge is not going to get any better or any worse. I might add some plating to it in the form of this stuff. In fact, yeah, you know what? That's what I should do. Is get to work on that. We can do that right here, right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's stop at 12. Okay. Does that look good? I think that looks good. All right, so that's 8 per corner. And then the sides, I'm gonna need another 8. All right, hopefully that'll do. This part might be a bit tricky. No, I failed. Failed miserably. All right, let's try this again. Can you just... Okay, you can do that. No. Epic fail. All right. Some good contrast. Really helps it pop. Adds a bit of color to it that we were a bit lacking on. Can you jump up? Okay, there's enough pixelage there. And I guess... do I really want the trapdoors on those ones? I think I might want to add some, like, banners or something for no reason. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this this bridge. Other than, again, the floor of it, which I could make out of wood. It would be kind of silly looking to make it out of wood, though. It would have to be some sort of cobbly textured stuff. Cobblestones and the like. I don't know. I'll come up with it later and I'll show you guys the finished product. And I am fairly satisfied with this thing for now, but I kind of don't want to work on it anymore. But yeah, here's our bridge. I added some little decorations, some side areas, and I tried to keep it similar to what we have at the bank and what 80 has around his tavern. So it's andesite and smooth stone with a bit of gravel, although I think instead of gravel he uses brick. But I also wanted to add some mossy cobble just to emphasize the fact that there's water and moss growing and it's wet. Things are wet. Things I still want to do, because I don't think I'm done with this. I want to go redo the pylons that we did at the start. Maybe spruce them up a bit, maybe add some color to them, or maybe darken them down, make them not out of andesite, but out of the tuft. Not even polished tuft. I had a little chiseled here for the top blocks, but that's as crazy as I got. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more fun stuff. I've made a bit of progress on the paintball arena of justice. And also there's a few more builds in town that I should probably check out at some point. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.